Good morning. Just move myself more central onto camera. There we go. So I just thought I'd just do a very quick video this morning. Sat out here in the beautiful sunshine in my garden. A nice little sort of quiet space, which my wife, bless her, she's absolutely fantastic, and she does really work hard to make this garden absolutely beautiful. So just, Julie, love you, babe, you're amazing. I appreciate everything you do, I really do. And it's really nice to be able to just sit out here in the tranquility and the peace of the garden and just sort of like breathe and chill. Anyway, there is a point to this video, I promise you that. I've had a question come in, which I've responded back to the person who sent me the question, but it was such a good question, I just thought I would actually just do a quick video on it and just see if I can give some kind of an explanation to anybody else who may have found the same thing by doing the Chi Gung and the Tai Chi. The question is that he's experiencing tingling in the hands as he's moving through the exercises, and was asking what that actually is. Is it internal, external energy? Is it moving through an EM field, or is it something else? So the answer to that question is yes. I'll try and explain a bit more. When you're talking about energy and talking about Chi and all these wonderful esoteric concepts, what you tend to find is that different people will explain things in different ways, and it all depends on the personal experience as to how the actual frames of reference are created. You have to create a frame of reference by where you can then understand the language that's been used, because it's very easy for me to talk about Chi, but without a frame of reference, without actually knowing the point where I'm coming from, or having something that kind of links all of that language together, it sort of like confuses the hell out of people, and you sort of like, woo! So, I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan. I've always been a Star Wars fan since I was 7 years old when the first film came out, and I just blew my mind. It was incredible, and it was like, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter, and all that kind of stuff. Just really, It took me a while to get my head around the concepts that you're taking on board. You can end up concluding about what they actually mean. Now that's quite interesting, because I hadn't actually planned on talking about that to start with. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So what is energy? As you start to do the Chi Gung, you start to feel sensations in the body, like energy pops, or like fizzing coming up, like pins and needles and things like that. You can also start to get a sense of what's going on inside the body. When you actually fully relax, drop all your barriers and open the body up, there's this feeling there that's sort of comfort, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. So first of all, you do the exercises and you're starting to build your frame of reference. You hear what your teacher, your instructor is saying, and then you have to actually start to interpret it from your point of view so that you can get a common understanding, but it's still a personal point of view. The danger is the conclusions as to what that actually means. So you're first experiencing energy, so you're experiencing what's going on, and you're taking your time to actually listen to your body and see what's happening. The description is totally irrelevant at this point in time. You need something to hang from. You need something to build on, but don't get bogged down in what that actually means, what it is, what the descriptions are, because you can form conclusions which will then hamper you later on. That way you can start to build your own frame of references so that you can hear what's being said to you and actually listen to that and start to actually understand what's going on inside. So what you're really trying to do with all of this to start with is refine your awareness. You're opening up your body, you're allowing your mind to come into the body, and you're allowing yourself to find out what's going on internally within the body. Refining your awareness. Now, how do you do that? That's like, oh, refine my awareness. What does that mean? That's another one of these descriptions. I'm giving you a description that I work from, and there are probably thousands of Chi Gung instructors out there who are listening to what I'm saying going, oh, this guy's an idiot, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But the refining of awareness is the actual understanding, the listening, the ability to open up the body, the actual sinking into the body and actually understanding what's going on inside your body, so that you can then follow what's said in the classics, what's said in all the Chi Gung texts, what your teacher's telling you from a different point of view, without concluding what energy actually is. As you start to practice and continually practice and build consistency into your practice, that way you're refining your awareness, because you're continually doing it and you have more an opportunity, because you're doing it day by day for a set period of time. You're opening up your body more and you're becoming more aware of what's happening inside your body. So that's how you refine your awareness. You refine your awareness by continually practicing and being open to what's going on, dropping your barriers, sinking inside the body, listening to what your body's telling you. That gives you an appreciation of what your internal energy is about. Until you find you, or have an appreciation of what you actually are, you can't find all the things that are locking you up, all the tensions that you have in your body, the resistances that are twisting you out of alignments, and all the things that are causing you to separate, if you like, from the external energy. Because quantum physics is now saying this, Taoist philosophy has said this, that everything is connected. And we're all connected through the quantum fields, the energy fields, if you like, but you have to experience what you are, who you are, become solid in who you are, and then you can really feel comfortable dropping your barriers, become totally vulnerable, and actually integrate and connect with everything around you consciously. We connect anyway because that's part of what we are. We're able to connect, but to do it consciously gives you another sort of dimension to it. It gives you the ability to then sort of like learn to manipulate and learn to actually manipulate. I'm manipulative. Manipulative, from my point of view, means to skillfully manage. So don't go, oh, he's been a manipulative bastard, I hate him. Don't take that on board. Yeah, manipulation is simply learning to skillfully manage. Okay, you skillfully manage your own internal condition. You skillfully manage your own internal energy. Once you're aware of your own internal energy, who you truly are, and you're solidly rooted in who you are, your mind is now integrated into the body, you're syncing your chi, you're doing all these weird and wonderful things. Once you've got that, then the world opens up for you. You can connect with everything consciously, and you can do all kinds of weird and wonderful things. Don't take my word for it. Do the Chi Gung practice every single day and without conclusion, and find out for yourself, so you get an understanding of what it is I'm saying before you start saying this guy's an idiot, he's doing Fajing and all this crap. Just forget all of that. Find out what's going on inside your body. Open your body up. Relax. Let go. Keep the bones upright. Let everything float in space. Find out who you are and where you are in space. And get a real appreciation, a real sense of who you truly are, so you can become solid in your body. Once you're solid in your body and solid in who you are, I'm using the word solid. Once you have the foundation, yeah, solid is not quite right because it sort of implies a structure. Yeah. Once you have a foundation of who you are and where you are in space, then you can start to become more appreciative and more aware of what's going on around you. Okay, so that was a bit of a rambling kind of explanation on that, but basically what I'm saying is that in order to actually discuss and talk about Chi, you have to first get a frame of reference as to what Chi is. You first get a frame of reference as to what Chi is by experiencing and practicing your Chi Gung on a daily basis, taking your time with it, opening up the body, relaxing, working through the breath and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, the sensation disappears over time. This was the next part of the question. It was sort of like, why would that be? There can be any number of reasons for that. First of all, it could be that something's clearing, something's moved, and it's shifted out of your energy field. Okay, so you've let go of something. It disappears over time. It could be that it's just something that's shifted, or it could be that you've moved energy in such a way now that your body is starting to inform you of who you really are, your energy, and you've integrated it. So because you become it, you no longer have to be aware of it, so therefore the sensation disappears. It's not gone, it's just no longer necessary for the body to show you that there's something there or tell you that something's moved. Okay, so the purpose of all these exercises, the Tai Chi, the Chi Gung, from my point of view and from my frame of references, is to first of all open up the body by releasing, okay, becoming song. You hear the word song and it's banded around all over the place. But you have to actually understand what that means, and it's almost like you start to realize that you're holding yourself tight, tense and rigid where you hadn't realized you were, and you're holding it in, all the energy that you've got connected up to hold that there, and then all of a sudden you realize it's there and you can go, and you just let it go. It's not crushing yourself down into the ground, it's a release. It's almost like melting butter, or the sense of something sort of melting or expanding. Okay, again, the language is difficult because the descriptions can create conclusion. So you have to take the description on board, but then look for what it means to you, if you see what I mean. By becoming more sung, by releasing the body, you allow your mind and your spirit to integrate into the body more. As you integrate into your body more, then you allow yourself to listen. So you're developing, or you're developing this listening quality. The listening quality allows you then to have more knowledge of what your energy is about. You can then start to create your internal condition. You can start to improve and refine your internal condition so that you let go of more tension. Because as you become more sung, you can listen more. The more listening, the more quality of listening you develop within yourself. And the quality of listening is the ability to look at something or hear something without a conclusion, so you can fully take on board what the information is, and then you can gain knowledge about it. If you already have a conclusion of what's being said or what's being perceived, then you can't change it, you can't learn from it, because you've already concluded what it is. It already has a shape, a form, a structure, which you then need to dissipate and destroy in order to gain a greater level of knowledge. So sung leads to another term, ting. That's another one that gets bandied about, tingjin. It means to listen, but it also means to develop a quality of knowing. Okay, now that's a bit weird and wonderful, and again, the description defies or has the danger of creating conclusions. So you gain the description of knowledge and you think, oh, internal knowledge, but then you've got to work out what that actually means. So it's the actual knowing of what your internal condition is. That internal condition then can get refined over time, because you work out what your internal condition is, and then you can become more sung, because you've worked out that there's more tension there, more resistance there in your energy field and in your physical field, beyond what you thought. Okay, and then you can dissipate that, which allows you to become more ting. You gain more listening, you listen more, and you gain more knowledge, which then allows you to become more sung. Okay, so it's a cycle that continues on and on and on, and through your continued practice of Tai Chi and Chi Gung. And it is a matter of making this consistent. It's no good doing 3 hours on a Monday and then doing nothing for the rest of the week. You really, 10 minutes every day is better than 3 hours one day and then nothing for the rest of the week. Okay, you have to really you don't have to do anything. There's no have to about this. What you're looking for is, if you're really serious about doing this, first of all, you have to let the seriousness go and really just enjoy it. And then you just allow yourself to do this consistently over time, without a conclusion of what you're going to achieve, without a conclusion of what energy is, so that you can then perceive, and you can then listen, and you can then gain knowledge of what you're actually looking at, which then builds your frame of references by where you can then describe things. And that's why people in Tai Chi circles and Chi Gung circles can talk, and they're almost this kind of weird, it's almost like Masonic lodge type language. You get this weird kind of language. You can understand it to a level, but it's only when you start to really get into it that it starts to build. So that was interesting. I hope that's given you some idea of what's going on. I think I was going somewhere with this. Yes, so through relaxing more, becoming more relaxed, you gain more of an appreciation of what your internal condition is and the quality of that internal condition, and that allows you to refine and improve that internal condition, which then allows you to become more sung, more relaxed, more released. So it's a cycle that goes round and round and round. So yeah, if you get sensations in the body and they come and they just disappear, then that's just a release of energy, or it's your body just integrating something and bringing it in and improving your internal condition. If you're getting pain coming into the joint, it could be a contraindication that something's happening, something's shifting. If it persists over an extended period of time, then you need to go and see somebody. Okay, you need to go to an acupuncturist or a shiatsu practitioner or somebody who works with energy in order to get that to release, because you've got something there, you're twisting, you're holding yourself tight, and you're building something into your training, so you don't want to continue with that. You want to get that released and relaxed. And sometimes going to see someone is the best bet for doing that. Don't push through. If you are suffering with pain as you're standing or doing any of the meditations or any of these practices, stop straight away. Allow yourself to recover, allow yourself to integrate. If you're holding a posture and you get pain in your shoulder, if you can't get that to release and relax by just moving and releasing and moving the joint about, then stop. allow yourself to recover, and then come back to it. Again, if it persists over a repeated period of time, then go and see someone, get something sorted out, because it could be something's out of alignment. You could have your shoulder blade could be wrong, or there could be something going on there that your body is now informing you about. It's saying, hey, look at this is a problem. Yeah, in which case you may need help to deal with it. Okay, I hope that's actually giving you some kind of idea of what's going on. It was a bit of a rambling one again. I do like to ramble, but yes. So if you're experiencing tingling, don't worry about that. If you're experiencing anything untoward, be mindful of it. Don't push yourself. This is not about feeling the burn. And then just be aware of what your body's telling you, really. So you're opening up, releasing, becoming more sung, so that you can listen, become more ting, gain knowledge, and then you can become more sung and go round and round and round and round and round. And I don't know how deep those levels go. They just keep going and going and going. And every time you get one level of sung, you think, oh yeah, I'm there, I've got sung. And then all of a sudden you find another level of tension or resistance. I think resistance is probably a better way of describing it rather than tension. When we talk about tension, you do need some kind of dynamic tension in order to keep yourself upright. So you don't want to be completely untense, and you don't want to be completely relaxed, because then you're asleep. So it's releasing resistance, I suppose, more than anything else. So releasing resistance. I'm sure there's lots of people out there now who are reaching for their keyboards and going to correct me on my description of sung, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. I want to improve my knowledge, so if you've got a better understanding of sung than I have, then I'm quite happy for you to tell what it is. But if you are finding what I'm saying uncomfortable, or it feels heavy and restrictive, then please feel free to find me as entertaining as you like, and then don't let me waste any more of your time. If what I'm saying feels light and expansive, then run with it, play with it, have fun with it, and you're more than welcome to join us either on our free Chi Gung class that we run 7 o'clock every weekday morning, or you can come and join in on any of the other classes that we run, and we can have a play and see where we go. Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have to say for today. Keep asking your questions, keep posting, keep interacting and connecting and everything else that we do, and keep practicing and keep having fun and keep playing. Playful Dragon out.